Hey there, REL 4D, welcome back to another replay. Today we're doing Pez Machine versus Logan Shadowclaw, the Bridgemen versus the Grimloq Crushers. The Bridgemen chose to kick today. Sorry, recording this like first thing in the morning. Let's get the skills up. Just going for a standard protect the blitzer setup. Lizard's going for an aggressive setup. Perfect defense. I assume you just slide your peasants to the side probably. Spread them out. Doesn't really affect it with how much strength is on the line of scrimmage, but you know, it's just what you gotta do. Nice removal for the lizards right off the bat. Get in with a mighty blow hit. And it's another removal and a Croxagore level too, right off of that. Yeah, I'm assuming we're seeing the blitz on him. Just a casual push, no big deal. The Bridgemen have a wizard for this game. Looks like it was their... Looks like they induced a wizard and a loner peasant for the game, so... The wizard sort of discourages caging up with Saurus around a skink. Now I don't like how aggressive the Bretts are being here. They have a wizard, but this skink can just go like all the way down the pitch. That bonehead's very unfortunate for them. Assuming you blitz him. And you run your skink somewhere in the middle here. I like this, trapping the team up here. I mean, I feel like you should have brought a skink down here so you could push the Agi guy back in and he'd actually be trapped. Because right now the Agi guy has a... Really, you shouldn't have followed that up. You should have Probably put him there or something, but it's still just an easy dodge out for 2 dice with block versus no block. Sure, he has dodge, but you can do that too, I guess. Are you just gonna go for the go for the 3+, or just the 2+2+ with tackle? I'm assuming that's what's happening here. Yeah. Oh yeah, you can't. You already blitzed with the Agi. I don't like this play because it's just a 3+ with a reroll. It's a GFI to scatter him off. Sure, you still on tackle, but you'd use the reroll here. What is this source doing here? Not really anything. You could have put this guy here, brought a skink around, and then stalled a turn with a dodge out this way. But the Agi guy can still get like almost to the sideline. He's just punching with it? I'm very confused with that. I mean, I guess he doesn't have an easy block with the guard and the other skink. But Agi guy can punch you. I don't like that red die at all. You could have made it like a 1 die. The play worked, but I'm still not a fan of it. I'm just pulling up Samba action calculator here. I think it's like a 43% chance to get the knockdown there. But the Agi 4 1 die, the Agi 4 2 die was even more likely. Could have even used a wizard and then just dauntless blitzed your way through a Saurus there. This is such a weird half. That's a very good injury for the lizards. Yeah. Cool. I mean, if you wanted to score on this guy, you should have pushed him down. Unless you're just going to score on the sidestep. That's fair though, he's the ball pretty safe. He can afford to take these blocks, especially with the Crocs. That's a KO. A lot of removals for the lizards. I don't like this. You should have pushed him down and just had this guy there, and this guy there, and this guy there. No dodge then. You made it unnecessarily more difficult. It's a nice KO for the Bretts if it stays out. Less skinks on the pitch is always nice, but they're down enough men that it probably isn't going to influence the outcome of the game. 1 skink KO. If you're the lizards, you just take some punches. You might even try surfing this guy. do an unnecessary GFI and go for the surf or something. I mean, you probably could have got the ball pretty safe in the corner and then still gone for the GFI around, blitz in, surf. But, I mean, it's safe either way, so it doesn't really matter. Punch in peasants. You shouldn't have followed that. You had a 2 dice. Now he's just got his... Oh, well, you got the lucky armor break, but that was just bad positioning following up there. You should have stayed back, done the punch, and pushed him back to the same spot he was in. Because if you didn't stun him, he would have just dodged out and 2 diced you with Mighty Blow Tackle. You can still stall another turn as the lizards. Yeah, you just set up in the corner. I mean, if I was them, I might even consider... Would you consider fouling here? I'd probably want to foul this piece. You have so many pieces to keep it safe, I'd foul them. I would have used the skink to foul them. Set up some guys in the way. Powing the blodgers. We do have to remember the even though the Bretts are going to be down men in the second half, they have the wizard, so they can punch a hole through anything, which they're going to need to with this many removals. I actually like that lightning bolt. I think that's actually a pretty good one for if you can get the knockdown on the blitz. Yeah, that was a good play. It's probably not going to stop them from scoring, but you just removed another skink. 3 skinks gone. He's coming back, though. And now you GFI to pick it up. You GFI to pick it up. You have blodge. He has no tackle. You do the GFI. And that way you force it so a punch could lead to a scatter and get upfield and make it even more awkward to score. Because right now it's just a 2 dice punch to clear you off. And then it's a 3+, 3+. And he could still, if he wanted to, he could still stall another turn. If he really wanted to, he could stall another turn. I don't like that very much, because this Saurus can just come in and park himself right here. Could even put the Crocs in there. You don't punch this guy. You don't punch him. This Saurus has to come down here, and then you would pick up and step back to make the dodge a 5+ out of tackle. So you pick up and step back. Okay, that's unfortunate for him because he just gets punched now. You go to remove the other skink. Sure, it's a 4+ dodge, but you take it. Force him in the corner, you trap him. I feel like this half, the Bretts got a lot of fairly... Sure, they got mass removed, but they got some really good dice when it mattered. And that's what sort of turned this into a 0-0 half. The Lizards, of course, didn't play their best half either. But, like, that's no real fault to their own there. They were confident with the early removals, and then that just led to not the greatest play, but... And what do you do when the Bretts get pretty good dice? I don't like this Crocs being here because you have to dodge another dodge through tackle then. Wouldn't have mattered in the end anyway, but you would have had to make an unnecessary dodge through tackle. Unless you go up and do the GFI. Do the 2 GFIs. Crocs wasn't there, it's 1 dodge, pick up, 2 dodge, run down, no GFI. Another removal for the lizards. Should be a pretty awkward half for the Bretts unless all their KOs came back. Almost all of them came back. 3 out of 4. Lizards got 1 KO back. So what is it? 9 versus 9. It's not too bad for the Bretts. Now if you're the Bretts, what do you do here? You probably force your way down one of the sidelines. Probably the side without the Mighty Blow Dodge Saurus. Unless you're planning on just punching the Dodge Saurus, but like that seems just like a greedier play, not necessarily a good play. Why would you give free hits is my question. And then you stay on them for free hits too. You don't just like pull off. You let the lizards get free hits on your peasants. That's not how you win the game. You should have set up bam, bam, peasant, peasant, dodge, blitzer. Probably this guy right there. So you can dodge off and give up 0 LOS hits. I really don't like this. I thought he should have been going the other way. He should have been going for the guard guy. And he should have had these players all free. With this guy here, who can dodge out. Could have had all your team running down the sideline here. I guess you wouldn't have this guy running down, but you could have most of your team set up in this area. Instead, you have a cluster in the middle. The lizards get a free hit on your peasant if they want. They get 5 hits this turn. 5 hits for the lizards. I don't know why you would push instead of just taking them both down, but didn't matter in the end anyway. Just taking your punches. I would have liked to see this guy blitz maybe on this loner peasant. Higher chance of an injury. He's almost got the level. He doesn't really. You'd probably just try to feed this guy a touchdown if you're up in a game. Just going for the blitz on the Saurus. That is a very unfortunate double skull. Now, as the lizards, you should be very aggressive this turn. I would have actually probably blitzed the peasant and brought the Crocs in on this side. Get him on the ball. Mighty Blow guy should have stayed back. You want to be aggressive, but not that aggressive, because there's a way that the Bretts can get around you here. And now you have this Saurus over here that is doing absolutely nothing. He serves no purpose. Excuse me? Sure, it's a skink, but I guess you're clearing a hole down the middle, but I figured you could just punch your way down the side. And see what I mean, though? I mean, like, you can just clear the peasant, and then it's just... I guess it's still pretty tricky, but... That Mighty Blow is back. This play would have never happened. The lizards left a hole in theirs. Now, your Mighty Blow guy just blitzes this Mighty Blow guy, because he can't actually hit the ball. Easy injury for the Saurus. Push him back. You're probably just gonna get cleared. He's gonna eat a blitz, and he just runs all the way down to the far side. Same thing's gonna happen though. You clear him. It's a 2+ to get a 2D. You clear him. You even got the knockdown. Nice. Base him up with your peasant. I would have based him up because he's just a free Saurus. Yeah, you get the blitz with him. I would have actually used this, and now you base the Saurus with this guy. That... You just gave him a punch. You gave him a punch on your ball. You should have hung back. Well, hanging back would have been bad too, because he would just get punched from the other direction. Because you didn't use this peasant to tie him up. Could have used this guy to tie him up. No threats. Would have had to be a 5+ dodge to get anywhere near the ball with one of these guys. Now he just gets to base it and then punch it with the other guy. Classic one on the GFI. He makes it. Dub Skull. No, it just pushes him. You push him straight to the side there. Yeah. I don't like that. You should have just followed. Should have just followed, because now all he has to do is 2+ clear this guy off. That's bad angle. Bad angle. This could have cleared him. Now you have to make a dodge. Now as the Lizards, you're probably feeling a little bit bad because you kind of had this game. You just let yourself get spread too thin in the first half, even though you were up like 5 men, and let the Bretts get back into it with a nice wizard and some nice tackle blitzes. But there's still a very good chance this game ends in a tie. Now, if you're the Lizards, you probably just try to score on your dodge skink, like your blodge skink. just to get him the level. Don't really need a score on this guy. A level on him would be pretty good. Maybe get another double, give him sure hands or something. You have so many men. You are only down skinks. You have all your strength. I would have just let this guy get it. You don't need the plus movement. You have 4 turns. You should have bumped your mighty blow up 1. Just for the sake of having him up 1. Because now he has to GFI to blitz up. Oh yeah, put the Crocs there. That's his best spot. This guy should just be standing out like here. This guy should just be standing somewhere else. He doesn't have guard. He doesn't influence the block on this guy at all. I guess following's fine, but this guy should just be somewhere else. Like maybe you do the GFI with him to base the Mighty Blow guy. Especially if you're going to follow with him there. Gets powed. Now this... He dies. That's why you don't follow up, but... That's very, very unfortunate for the Lizardmen. That is an all-star piece in the making. That's a nice KO. It doesn't really make up for it, but the Bretts have 7 guys, you have 8 still, so probably just park your Crocs on these 2. Put them right there. I don't like that because lets him clear you with this guy. He can still clear you with that guy if he brings a peasant around. If he brings a peasant back, he can still clear you with this guy. Tackle guy's still free. If you put him here, you could put him here and then still put this guy here. But him being there stops him from being cleared. This is the guy that has to clear him then. The revenge hit. Nothing bad happens though. Look at that. What did I tell you? Clear him off. Easy 2 dice on the ball with your tackle. Dub Skull, classic. I think the Bretts have rolled like 3 double skulls this game. No armor break hurts a little bit, but the Lizards are probably just gonna score anyway. Even though you like played pretty, you did pretty solid as the Bretts here. You don't punch this guy though. As tempting as it is. You just pick up with your plus movement and hang out in a cage. Bring him down, and you hang out in a cage. Maybe you punch this guy. Or you just go for the score too. I guess he has sure feet, yeah. So a 1-1 draw. Pretty solid. Who do you try to just get SPP on? Go for the pass on him, yeah. Maybe you can get a mighty blow. Overall, both teams got a fairly good amount of SPP from this game. I still think the Lizards should have tried to push for a score on the block guy instead of the movement guy. Sure, the movement guy gets more valuable the more you feed him. Another level would be really nice on him. But a level on the blodge guy could be good too. What if he rolls plus movement or some other stat up? And if he doesn't, blodge sidestep is still a really good thing. Now if you're the Lizards here, you have a 29 SPP guy that should be blitzing a peasant. You should make it a 3-die. I guess you punch him. No, you punch the wrestle guy. Could have made it a 3-die, but I guess you're just going to go for a vanity pass, maybe. Nope, you're just going to foul him. That MVP is actually really nice. Puts him just one random Kaz away from leveling. You would have wanted to see it on a guy that, like the 28 SPP guy, so he could level, or the 29 SPP. 83 blocks. You see 20 armor breaks, and you're like, holy shit, the Brett's got a little diced. But then you see they gave up 83 blocks, and the number makes sense. The number makes sense then, because if anything, it was a little low for the amount of blocks taken, and with Mighty Blow blitzing a lot of the time. A really nice SPP spread for the Lizards. Pretty decent for the Bretts. Now I understand both these coaches, I looked it up quick on one of the turns there. Both these coaches came up from the minors, which would sort of like be a bit more lenient on them for some of the plays this game, but I think both coaches still have a lot to improve upon in their positioning overall. Decision making too. Neither played like bad, but I still think they could have played better. They could have improved. They could have been a little bit safer, planned out their turns a bit better. But other than that, it was a really entertaining game to watch, especially with the random deaths at the end. Appo worked for Bridgemen though. That's why you shouldn't have appoed like the was it just a badly hurt on your plus movement guy? You still had a skink left. I don't know, I don't remember what the injury was, but yeah, that's all for this game. I'm looking forward to seeing how these coaches improve over the course of the season.